Coming to you live with all the sports action from around the UP. Welcome to Friday Night Frenzy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Frenzy, presented once again by the Venice Pub and Pizzeria of Ishpeming. For several football teams tonight, their seasons were on the line. Some teams needed a win to secure a playoff spot. Other teams needed a win just to have an outside shot of making it to the postseason. One of those teams who needed a win, 4-4 Kingsford, they played at Escanaba. First quarter, the Flivers on the drive, and their transmission breaks down in the form of a fumble. Corey Chenier falls on it for the Eskimos. Later in the quarter, Escanaba with 4th and 8 from the Flivers 13. Logan Lamb throws the ball to the back corner of the end zone. Somehow in double coverage, Daniel Van Effen comes down with the football. Touchdown Eski, 7-0. Escanaba got the ball back, and they were looking to score again. Luke Wahoviak comes late on the blitz, and that was perfectly timed. Give Wahoviak a sack. Late in the half, Escanaba with the ball again. Lamb going to air it out, and I mean air it out to Van Effen, who makes another big-time catch inside the 1-foot line. With 5 seconds left, Lamb is going to find the end zone, making it 20-0 Escanaba. The Eskimos beat the Flivers 26-7 for their first victory over Kingsford since 1999. Kingsford will not make the playoffs. Tough break for sure. To the scoreboards. Iron Mountain needed a win tonight to automatically qualify for the playoffs, and they would get it by the slimmest of margins, 21-20 over Norway. The Mountaineers are 6-3, and Menominee's high-powered offense scored 48 points in a win versus Marquette. The Maroons are your Great Northern Conference champs. Let's go to Iron County. Dave Graff and the Trojans hosted the Lakes of Lakeland and Hubble. No score first quarter. The Lakes punting. Jacob Donnell gets a paw on the ball for the block. Forest Park at the ball at the Lakes 25, but they could not score. Later in the quarter, the Lakes with 3rd and long inside their 15. Arthur Lyons is going to see a whole lot of black and white coming at him. John Treziak comes up with the sack. No score after the first quarter. Early stages of the second. Forest Park with 2nd and goal from the 2. Daniel Nasserini in motion gets the ball and finds the end zone. 8-0 Forest Park. Lakeland and Hubble made some plays on defense. Connor Keserly is brought down in the backfield by Lucas Klein. Forest Park would pull away in the end, though, to win it 36-22. Back to the boards. Love that football. Gogebic puts up 51 points in a win over Ironwood, and North Central closes out the season with a 52-12 win at Stevenson. Remember, the Eagles are going to be an 8-man football team next year. Back to the highlights. Carved Pumpkins lined the field in Lance tonight for their last regular season game. After a good punt return, the Mustangs get it to the Purple Hornets' 42-yard line. A few plays later, Garrett Blank runs it in from 5 yards out. First score on the board. Next, Munising possession after the fake handoff. Austin Kelto airs it out. Alex Hill, thank you very much. Munising led 13-0. The Munising crowd visiting was very happy about that. First play, second quarter, 2nd and 2 off the play-action fake. Kelto throws another deep pass. Guess who? It's Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the night, 20-0 Munising. The Mustangs defeated Lance 42-6. Andy Cooper, let's get a little high five there. Garrett Blank had 136 yards and 3 scores. Munising finishes the season 8-1. At Rapid River, the Rockets had their hands full with visiting Bel Air. Second quarter, the Rockets leading 8-6. The Eagles snap the ball, over the punter's head. Rapid River recovers the football, but the referee said that the Bel Air punter did not fumble. 10-0 or 10-6 RR. Still in the second, the Eagles driving. Jackson Goodwin rolls to his right and finds Chase Small, who makes the big-time catch, giving the Eagles the 12-10 lead. Here's the 2-point conversion. Goodwin, with pressure right in his grill, somehow gets the pass off. It flutters into the end zone where Hayden Nypoth hauls it in. 14-10 Eagles. Rapid River's Austin Wickland would take the ensuing kickoff in his own end, and Austin's going to run for a little while. Deep into Eagles territory, Rapid River trailed at the half, but they would win it 42-28 to win the Bridge Alliance Conference crown. In a bit of an upset tonight, Bark River Harris won at West Iron County 8-6, handing the Wycons their first loss of the year. Superior Central shut out Ewan Trout Creek 22-0. Rudyard won at Manistee. And hey, looky here, a win for Baraga. Congrats to the Vikings, 20-14 over Ontonagon. Just up the road from Baraga, Houghton and Hancock played for the Copper Bowl trophy. In the third, the Gremlins leading 24-16. Ben Killar looks to his left. He sees one-on-one coverage for Hunter Richards. A 30-yard touchdown, 30-16 Houghton. After the Gremlins defense stopped Hancock on 4th and short, they cash it in again. Thomas Schmidt finds the hole and finds the end zone. 36-16 in favor of Houghton. The Gremlins defense comes up big late in the 4th. Chase Anderson sees Dylan Pavla down the far side, or should say the near side, and he didn't see Sean Heislop, who makes the interception. In fact, Heislop is going to rumble, bumble, and stumble his way in for 6. Houghton wins the Copper Bowl 62-23. Speaking of teams from the Copper Country, Calumet made the trip south to Gladstone to take on the Braves. First quarter, Gladstone's Justin Urick takes the handoff from his own 45, goes right up the gut, and Urick was loose, and guess what? He would not be caught. 55 yards in all, 6-0 Braves. Calumet scored on a turnover, and they were on the move yet again. Robert Urkula with the ball, and he does what Robert Urkula does best, and that's rack up yards in a hurry. 15 yards in all on that play. The very next play, how about another run from Calumet? Surprise there, right? Not really. Caden Kangas plus the 2-point conversion, 16-6 Calumet. Look at that snap there from Gladstone. Not the cleanest of handoffs, but guess what? It works anyway. 7 yards out, Urick finds the end zone. Gladstone led 20-16. Just before the half, Urkula finds the promised land yet again from 14 yards out. Calumet led at the half 24-20, and the Copper Kings would win it by a score of 47-38. We have to take a quick break right here on Friday Night Frenzy. Up next, it was a busy day for several teams from Michigan Tech and Northern Michigan. All of those highlights and scores are next on the Frenzy right here on your Sports Authority, ABC 10. And welcome back to the Frenzy, once again presented by the Venice Pub and Pizzeria of Ishpeming. Well, the NMU soccer team has been red hot as of late, winners of their last 4 games in a row coming into today's game against visiting Grand Valley State. The Lakers and Wildcats were able to play at a very pleasant evening in Marquette. First half, the Wildcats on the move. Paula Hafner to Ashley Caters, who quickly throws it into the box. Lakers goalie Andrea Strauss jumps out in front of the ball to keep NMU off the scoreboard. Later in the half, the Wildcats with a free kick. Alyssa Milam nearly boots the ball inside the box, and there's a shot from Caters, but Strauss was able to corral it in time. Late in the first half, the Lakers in the Cats' end of the field. Katie Bounds with a prime scoring chance, but NMU goalie Caroline Glantz was able to dive and keep the ball out of the net. The game was scoreless at the half. Grand Valley State scored the only goal of the game in the 55th minute to win it by a final of 1-0. For the first time this season, the Michigan Tech soccer team was on the wrong side of the scoreboard in a conference game. Ferris gets the 2-0 victory. And the Lakers and Lady Bulldogs continued their winning ways against the Cats and Huskies on the volleyball courts as well in Big Rapids and in Allendale. Speaking of Ferris State, the Bulldogs welcomed the Michigan Tech hockey team to town in Big Rapids. The big question this weekend, could the Huskies solve FSU goalie CJ Mott? Let's find out. No score in the third period. The Huskies work the puck around the net. Blake Pietla pops in front. And guess what? It goes off a Ferris State defender and in the goal to give the Huskies a 1-0 lead. The replay is coming, I promise. By the way, Michigan Tech goaltender Jamie Phillips stopped 33 shots as the Huskies shut out the Bulldogs 1-0. Michigan Tech, Mel Pearson, the boys are 3-0 to start the year. Also 3-0 to start the season. Walt Kyle's Wildcats. NMU won at rival Lake State tonight 4-2. Darren Noack, how hot has this guy been? He scored 2 more goals tonight. That gives him 4 in 3 games. Dominic Shine and John Seamer, he had an empty netter, scored the other goals for the Wildcats. Matthias Dahlstrom, again, how good has he been? I keep saying it. He's just a sophomore, but he's playing like a senior. Stopped 27 shots in net. And the only other WCHA contest tonight between conference foes, it was Minnesota State 3, Alabama Huntsville 1. And in Bay City, the Marquette Royals, well, things did not go very well tonight for them. They lost 7-2 to the Tri-City IceHawks. The biggest college football game in the state of Michigan this weekend is not in East Lansing. No, it is not. It's in Houghton, where 2 of the top teams in Division II will do battle for first place in the GLIAC North Division. The 13th ranked Michigan Tech Huskies are undefeated up to this point of the season. They get another big test tomorrow afternoon at home against the 6th ranked Ferris State Bulldogs. It's the first matchup of this caliber at Sherman Field, featuring 2 undefeated teams in 10 years. The key matchup for the Huskies will be on defense. where they will have to slow down the Bulldogs' 6'4", 240-pound dual-threat quarterback, Jason Vanderland.
I don't know if you can stop him. You try to slow him down. He's a great football player. He's a tailback and a quarterback all at once. I mean, if you try to play pass, he runs the football. If you try to play run, he's 70% completions. I think he's thrown 20 touchdown passes, 1 interception. He's just a great football player. No one has come within 2 touchdowns of these people. Statistically, on offense, they're almost 100 yards a game better than anybody else in our league.
We definitely, just have to look at the same we do every other game. You can't make it too big. Definitely going to be an assignment-based game. We have to make sure we believe in each other and fly around and stay true to our assignments.
We've been focused. We got to be focused. We know how good of a team that's coming in here to play. So we got to, make sure we're, attention to detail is great. Just having, keeping negative plays at a minimum. First down rushes, got to, can't have, negative 2s and 0s. Just got to, keep having positive plays, putting together, first downs, keep the defense off the field, their offense off the field, put together drives.
I think a big thing will be execution, both offensively and defensively. I think the team that executes, which means makes the fewest mistakes, will probably have a real good chance to win.
And I'll see you tomorrow in Houghton. It should be a good one. By the way, I want to sneak this in. Congrats to the NMU women's cross-country team led by head coach Jenny Ryan. They won the UP Championships today in Marquette. And quickly, the World Series. The Royals, the Kansas City Royals, have a 2-1 lead after a 3-2 win tonight in San Francisco. And I wish I had time to show those highlights, but I don't. That'll do it for this edition of Friday Night Frenzy. The NMU football team takes on Ashland tomorrow at 1. College hockey, Michigan Tech and Northern Michigan will wrap up their road trips tomorrow night. Michigan and Michigan State will play on the Gridiron in East Lansing. 3:30 kickoff from Spartan Stadium. You can watch that game right here on ABC 10. On Sunday, the Packers are in New Orleans and the Lions are in jolly old England for their game in London against Atlanta. That was a horrible attempt by me to do a British accent. Speaking of not being British, Jimmy Kimmel is next. Have a nice weekend, everyone.